Welcome back to Oliver's greenhouse. It's a beautiful winter's morning. Is it winter yet? No, autumn. I don't know. It's really cold outside. It was like, got down to minus numbers. We had a frost for the first time here in the UK, well certainly in my part of the UK, and it's proper cold, but there's hardly any clouds in the sky. Lots of sunshine. It's nice and cool. It's 18 degrees C in the greenhouse at the moment, and all the Highland plants are going, loving it. I'm not going to get too close to the camera because I have a spot on my nose and it is marring my otherwise blemish-free complexion, so I'm not going to get too close. But I've got a real treat for you today. So a little while ago, in one of the other videos, we had a look at the developing bud on the Rossioglossum. That's now open and I am absolutely over the moon with it. It's an absolutely stunning flower. It's enormous as well, so we're going to have a good look at that as well. We're also going to have a look at my Boba phylum, grandiflorum as well, just before it goes over. I wanted to make this video, a decent length, so I've got a couple of things we're going to look at, but we're mainly going to be concentrating on this Rossioglossum. Now I'm going to pause the video for a moment because the sun has gone behind one of those rogue clouds and the light's going to be awful for, oh no, here it comes. Hopefully you can see that on the video. Is it going to come back? No, it's fading away. I'll pause the video when the sun's back out. We'll have a look at this bloom, because I really want you guys to have a good look at this. Okay, the sun's back out, so let's grab this moment and have a look at this fantastic plant. I've got it down here, and as you can probably see from a distance, it just produces an enormous bloom. If I come closer to the camera, hopefully you're going to be able to see that there. Look at the size of that. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful sort of earthy colours, and this sort of like yellow and cream, absolutely stunning. So have a little look at the plant in a little bit more detail. I'll just quickly move you guys down so that we can see it. Right, centre of shot, this is the plant in question, Rossioglossum grande. It's got these sort of very round, fat pseudobulbs and twin leaves which emerge from the top of the plant, or top of the bulb here. Unfortunately it's got a little bit of a, I don't know what happened here, it got some sort of like damage in it, I'm not sure what it was. There's a new growth which is emerging just down here as well, so I'll get another one of these fat pseudobulbs. But the main point of attraction is this fantastic looking bloom. Look at that, absolutely amazing. Hopefully it'll still focus on it at that length. Absolutely stunning, really beautiful. Has no discernible smell. I'm going to zoom in on the bloom, hold it up so you guys can have a little bit of a closer look. Here we go, maximum zoom with the wide angle lens. I really need to get some more different glass, so as you can see that weird little character just inside the centre. Looks like a little smiling clown, I think, in the centre of the bloom there. Absolutely stunning, very pretty little plant. Now this fella comes from Panama and Mexico, where it grows at pretty much high altitude in the cloud forests. I think it's something between 1,000 and 2,000 metres above sea level, and they will produce more inflorescence than this, so usually you'll get sort of like maybe 2 or 3 flowers on an actual flower spike, but this is the first time bloomer for me. It was a gift as well, and yeah, really pleased with this plant. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. Can't get over that bloom. Just a shame that it's sort of drooping down. I could stake it, but as most of you know, I don't like staking my flowers. I like them to drape, I like them to look as natural as they possibly can. So it's like picking up a plant as it would grow in the wild. I think that's just that's how I like to have my plants present themselves. So let's have a look at some other things. Okay, so the video before last I uploaded, we had a look at my miniature orchids. Now some of those have produced, well, some of them are in flower now, and so it'll be a first time bloomer really for my miniature orchid. I've seen this one in bloom, but I've certainly never shown it on any videos, and it's got 3 flowers on it at the moment, one of which is slightly squashed by some surrounding plants, or it has been squashed by some surrounding plants. And this is another one from Ecuagenera. This is Scaphosepalum digitale, and it is a tiny plant. These leaves are absolutely, that's a mature leaf, and it's like the size of my fingertip. So it produces, well, as far as Scaphosepalum are concerned, disproportionately large blooms. And that's what these little purple things are flopping around here. I'll pop it over here on the side and we'll go in and have a closer look. Okay, so here we got the little fella right in front of us. Here's one of the flowers here. There's weird sort of like devil horned sort of appearance before they fully open. And when they are fully open, they look like this. They take on that typically winged shape. I'm going to try and zoom in on it. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to focus on it, but we'll try. We'll see what happens. Okay, so currently it's focusing. I'll try and back out a little bit. There we go. That's about as good a shot as we're going to get, I think, there. So you can see it's got these typical Scaphosepalum sepals, these long protrudences from the top of the flower. The unusual little tongue shape, if I turn it on its side, sticking out of it, and it's this sort of very attractive sort of purple spotty colour, almost see-through. You can almost see right the way through the flowers. So yeah, a fantastic little miniature orchid, not one I've shown on here before as far as I'm aware. Okay, so the next plant we're going to be looking at is sort of a last sort of catch it whilst it's still sort of kind of looking good, really. And it's featured in a few of my previous videos, and it's Boba phylum grandiflorum, and the flowers are just starting to go over, but it's still producing more blooms. This guy, if you have one of these, they're a flowering machine. They will just continually flower. Mine does. Every year, sort of for about a month, I get flowers every other couple of weeks off of it. It's an absolute nut job, really. I'll bring it in so you can have a bit of a closer look. And what I did with this years ago, well, about a year ago, not years ago, I planted a load of these, Tillandsia in it, and they produce loads of roots. And now they've properly like anchored themselves in the pot. And you can see here, you've got these fantastic, great big blooms, these weird sort of like, they look a bit like predator. Well, they have that sort of like alien-like appearance in bloom here. And then since then as well, there's another flower spike just coming up here, so it's going to bloom again. And all these Tillandsia, they look a bit of a funny colour at the moment, but they're producing loads more plantlets, so they're sort of dividing. So yeah, those are the two plants which are of interest in the greenhouse at the moment. The little tiny Neolucia is nearly in bloom. The little flower spikes have emerged on it, so it's not far off. I'm still fighting the mould. That's ongoing at the moment, and I'm not going to do an update on that yet. A lot of the king sundews are recovering as well. They're enjoying the cooler temperatures. But the plant to watch out for, which is going to be in some of the upcoming videos, is Ornithorhynchum. It was Oncidium. It's Oncidium satuanum. It was the one that was historically correctly misidentified because it has got some dead leaves. It is going to have some immense flowers on it. It has got flower spikes all over the place. It's absolutely covered in them. So I'm very excited about that. One more thing to notice. I'm not trying to rush this video. I just want to get some stuff in so you can see it. That's Tillandsia banzanensis. Apparently that's quite rare in cultivation. I'm not sure if I believe that. I've got given it free. Hanging back up, he hangs on the diorama of Tillandsia. Another one that we have seen recently in other videos is the Psychopsis. Now, do you remember what I said to you about making sure you don't cut off the flower spike? So this is the flower spike that just bloomed, and I've taken the dead flower off of it. And if you can see against my hand there, look, there's another bud appearing there, so it's going to flower again. So this one's just opening here, and this flower spike's producing another flower bud. So yeah, don't cut your flower spikes on these guys because you'll regret it. Right, that's pretty much it for this video. A little, tell a lie, hold right there. It's not the end of the video. Something super exciting, well certainly something super exciting for me is happening, because this has definitely never flowered for me before, and it's a carnivorous plant, so that also makes it interesting, because when the carnivorous plants bloom, such as this Pinguiclia here, this is Morensis, I think it is, beautiful little purple flowers, stunning little plant that is. That's come out of succulent mode. So yeah, when carnivorous plants flower, I find them infinitely more interesting. So this will be the first time I've ever managed to bloom a Heliamphora, because this Heliamphora pulchella here is producing what I can only assume is a flower spike. I'll hold up to the camera so you can have a better look at it. There it is, just there. Oh, horrible backlighting. I know what, let's put it down over here and I'll move the camera so you get some light on it. I'm very excited about it. I've never bloomed a Heliamphora. I don't really have many Heliamphoras. Hang on. Okay, so directly in front of you, this is the Heliamphora pulchella, which is hopefully going to bloom if I hold it up. Horrible backlighting here. There's the bud here, which is, the light is just awful in the greenhouse today. There we go, that's better. So that's that flower bud which is emerging. Beautiful coloration on these guys at the moment. They look really fantastic. And actually, just whilst we've been looking, so I'll put this guy back down over there, just looking at this other one here. This is folliculata. it seems to be growing something in the middle here as well. What's that? Is that a new picture? Is it going to be a flower? Not sure, so we have to keep an eye out on that. Because, yeah, I've never seen, I think I've seen some Heliamphora blooms in Brad's greenhouses videos in the past, but that was a long while ago. I can't remember what it even looked like. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how those pan out. Lots of plants over on this side. I'd hardly ever show it, really. Lots of Pinguiclia down here in bloom, and lots of Darlingtonia over there starting to look really nice. And, of course, all the Nepenthes over here looking super fantastic. I've got some of Brad's greenhouses plants here, actually. These were his Grex crosses, I think. I grew these from seeds that he sent to me. They're growing really, really well. What else is over here which is doing pretty damn well at the moment? Nepenthes Raja is doing lots of growing. That was from Dan Evans, you little beauty. So that's growing really, really well. What else have we got over here? Paloenensis has got over its shock of being moved to another greenhouse or another grow space. That's doing quite well. And these are just my little ones. Nepenthes Sibuensis, got a nice new little picture on it. And my Hamata is growing quite well over there. And also these seed grown Nepenthes Bongso that Dan sent to me as well are also doing pretty damn well. Okay, so thanks for watching. Cheers for coming along, visiting the greenhouse. Sorry, this has been a bit of a rush video, but I really wanted to, I've got stuff to do today. I really wanted to get in some of the really, really cool things which are, no, it doesn't smell anything. Really wanted to get some of the cool things which are going on in the greenhouse in. So a little short video, quick rush around the greenhouse, but I think we looked at some really cool species today. And yeah, stay tuned. Don't forget, if you like my video, don't forget to hit the like button down below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. Hit the little bell notification so that it goes off every time I upload a video. And I'll see you again soon on another episode of Oliver's Greenhouse.